In the scene, a newly acquired excavator had not long been delivered. While working upon the construction ground, the barrier dam 6 meters away collapsed without warning. The operator, unable to react in time, caused the machine to be engulfed by the rushing waters. Yet fortune still lingered, for the place where the excavator fell was an open land. The upstream waters, upon reaching the scene, split and flowed elsewhere. Thus, the machine's body was not completely submerged. Its upper half still remained above the water's surface. Judging from the surroundings, the finest rescue point lay 10 meters behind the fallen excavator. Thereupon, how this rescue shall unfold remains to be seen. And what troubles may yet appear in the process. Let us continue watching. As the lens draws nearer, it reveals the upstream water is vast and forceful. The breach where it burst rushes violently. To seal the break first and then attempt a rescue is exceedingly difficult. From the paint upon the machine's body, it seems this excavator was newly brought forth, in theory still within its warranty. Yet whether compensation may be granted depends entirely on what insurance was purchased. For there exists a kind that pays neither this nor that. Truly compensates nothing. When the mishap befell, the operator did not summon a crane for aid. Instead called upon a Kobelco SK2O excavator. Judging from the thickness of its boom, the two machines were of similar stature. When the rescue machine arrived at the scene, the operator immediately positioned it behind the sunken machine, directly aligned. Once it settled firmly, the rescuer climbed upon the submerged machine, using the shovel of the Kobelco as support, but the waters were far too turbulent at the scene. Thus underwater work proved extremely perilous, so they tied a rescue strap between the two machines. Other rescuers used the strap to crawl onto the flooded excavator and fastened iron chains on its left side. After a long duration of underwater toil, the rescuer at last succeeded in fastening the fallen excavator and the Kobelco together, binding them as one. Thereafter the Kobelco sought to draw back its small arm to pull the sunken machine toward the shore. Yet as its tonnage was insufficient, the machine was pushed further into the waters. The operator then attempted to reverse, hoping to drag the submerged excavator landward, but its tracks merely spun in place. After such straining and pulling, the fallen machine did not move an inch. Thus the Kobelco halted the rescue. The operator then sought another position and began a second round of pulling. According to the scene, the rescue machine seemed to have stopped here, though farther from the fallen excavator. The ground here was lower, and the water's resistance lessened. Would the rescue thus fare better? Once the rescuer finished binding the chains, the operator began to pull the sunken machine backward. I'll have it. Yet the second attempt was no different from the first. Though they moved to slightly lower ground to perform the pulling, the fallen excavator still refused to budge. Helpless before this, the rescue machine again ceased its effort. At this time, the rescue excavator shifted positions once more and began yet another round of rescue. But this pulling tool was like the two before, still yielding no effect. The rescue machine lacked the needed tonnage, and beneath its tracks lay only soft grass, causing the tracks to slip endlessly. Thus the operator had no choice but to stop the rescue once more. After many failed solo attempts, the operator called for another machine, a domestic SANY, to join in the rescue. These SANY machines are now famed for holding their value. Their second-hand price is well regarded. Expert appraisals accurate and trusted. When the rescuer secured the steel cable, both rescue machines pulled together, one ahead and one behind, driving the fallen machine backward. However, this round of rescue lasted less than 30 breaths, but the Kobelco's steel cable snapped, bringing the rescue to a halt. As the machines were insufficient, the operator summoned yet another SANY excavator to assist in the rescue. At this moment, we could see the heavens had already grown dim. For the sake of convenience, the rescue team set up lamps upon the scene. If any friend is familiar with such lighting devices, pray tell, what is the proper name for this rescue apparatus? Once the rescuer erected the lamps, we beheld yet another Komatsu excavator had joined the scene. Judging from their size, these machines were all near 20 tons in weight. In theory, they should be able to pull the sunken machine ashore. Yet as for the true effect of the rescue, let us continue watching. When the several excavators leveled the soft earth beneath them, 4 machines stood in formation. 2 in the middle bore the task of pulling the steel cable, while the 2 on the sides lent their strength and support. Yet the first attempt of 4 machines ended as the steel cable was worn bare and snapped. Thereafter the machines shifted their positions, beginning another round of pulling. Yet this round too yielded little effect. Thus the rescuer moved the steel cable that had been tied to the Kobelco and fastened it instead upon another SANY. 2 SANY machines now pulled backward together, while the 2 Japanese machines lent aid on the flanks. Simply by exchanging one pulling machine, the pulling force this time was astonishingly effective. After repeated adjustments and many rounds of pulling, the sunken excavator was at long last rescued ashore, as it could no longer start its engine. The rescuing excavators used pushing and pulling together to move the fallen machine to a safer place. If you were to give this rescue a score, with 10 being full marks, how many would you grant it?